Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from the Wilderness Whiskey Company. This is Whiskey in the Wild, the touch of orange, coming in at a 35% ABV, 3-year age statement. Now, full disclosure on this, I reached out to the company after seeing an advertisement on Instagram and said, hey, can I get a sample to try out? And they said, sure. Yeah, here you go. So they sent this one off and the original one, which that'll be linked up above and down below for you to enjoy after this. So a couple things we know about this is, first of all, this is a sourced Canadian whiskey, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. Most likely Alberta, because so many places source from Alberta. If not, I'm just guessing. And then they've added the extracts of chocolate, vanilla, and orange in this one. And then they also added wild black elderberry on top of that. And again, we know this is 35% ABV, so legally speaking, this is not a whiskey. It is a flavored whiskey. And also that this is actually a collaboration between NHL player Jeremy Roenick and a retired doctor from the health and nutrition industry, worked at Wrigley and did a lot of flavor testing. His name is Siet Fu, which again, I apologize for if I mispronounce your name. I don't mean to. I'm truly sorry. But either way, let's get into what is going on here. Now, I do love talking about this bottle. I love unique bottles, always have. And anytime I find something unique, I just jump on it because the thought process behind these always excite me. Besides just being a marketing piece, which they are, we all shop with our eyes and you can't say you don't. We all do. And I just love the idea because this is actually made to be traveled with. It's got the thicker glass to it. It's the square shape, easy to travel with. The flask on the front here, the idea that they modeled a pour spout on the front here to refill your flask and that you can go traveling with it. It's meant to be out in the wild, go adventuring, hiking, boating, and be able to keep this around because it is relatively thick and heavy. It really, truly is. It's going to last a lot longer than a lot of these bottles on the shelf, I'm pretty sure. But I love the uniqueness to it. And I found tons of bottles through my time. And I always love talking about unique bottles just because of that. Even their cap, like their cap top has a compass in there with their logo. Really cool. All right. And again, we know this is a flavored spirit, so we do have to go in this with a different mindset than your average whiskey. So do keep that in mind. If you're not big into flavored whiskeys, it may or may not be for you. And actually, the color looks very similar to the other, but there is a little stronger orange tinge in here. And since they're using extracts, things should be coming across a lot better than like unnatural flavorings or mock flavorings. So let's go for notes. Oh yeah, oh my God, this is a chocolate covered cherry from Christmas. My brain is just going, oh. Oh my gosh, it is 100% dark chocolate orange. Like you get those right from the get-go. Yeah, so if you've never seen them, I'll put a picture of one of them here. But at least I know they're at a lot of places that they're orange flavored chocolate, and you take them, you hit them on the ground, they're supposed to break into orange slices. 150% what this is. Beautiful. Oh, that is so good, but it's like very cocoa-like chocolate, not just like a milk chocolate or a dark chocolate. Very cocoa-like. Yeah. That is great. Very sweet, but not so sickly sweet. This is actually not as sweet as the original. But you get that orange in there. And actually, in the background, you do get a bit of the elderberry going on, just a little bit. And the vanilla is just popping up to kind of cut the sweetness a bit. And now how pungent the orange is, it's helping dial that back a bit, I feel like. But surprisingly, the Canadian whiskey that's involved here, usually sourced Canadian whiskey, is young and can be very sharp and metallic or very pungent on the nose. Either A, that's been aged out of it, or B, the extracts that they use really cover that up. So let's go for taste. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Very sweet. Very thick on the taste as well. But great. Honestly, this tastes exactly what the nose is. It's sweet. You get the orange. You get the vanilla. The black elderberry, which I've had extract of black elderberry. It's all there. It dances across the tongue very well. Very sweet, but very good. Yeah. The citrus from the orange extract really just helps cut that sweetness, I feel like. I actually like this better than the original. And I didn't think the original was bad. But it cuts that a bit more, and it gives you that almost citrus blast to it. You still get the dark cocoa, get that little bit of vanilla in there. Yeah, I mean, it's berries, orange. You get the chocolate cocoa dust going on there. Honestly, it's really solid. It's not going to be for everybody. You got to like sweet things. What if you do? I think that might be for you. All right, but nonetheless, let's talk about market pricing, because we all know market price is market price, and it's always going to vary. So on the website, they're asking $90 for this. And at first glance, I was like, I don't know if it's worth that. But there's a lot going on here. I actually don't think it's too far off of the pricing. So again, it's going to be for a very select person. We'll talk about that too. To start off with, the whiskey inside being flavored. 35% ABV. You know, this isn't just your average flavored whiskey of adding some sugary element to it. They're using extracts, which are more expensive. Trust me, my wife bakes. To get good vanilla extract, which is always worth it, is expensive stuff. So I do understand that. So the best thing I could probably put this on the same playing field as is something like Tom Bullock, which they do a burnt orange whiskey. Theirs does come in at 41%, where this is 35%. If I go to a Total Wine, Tom Bullock tends to be like $42. But in average stores, it can be $55 to $60. Sometimes as low as $50, which is where I'm going to put this on par with. I'm going to say the spirit inside is $50. The flask itself, a simple black matted flask, you can find on Amazon. You can find them on Total Wine as well, which is where I got the pricing for it from. I said it's $10. And the decanter itself, which is what it's going to turn into, this can be 100% reused. And that's why I think I actually like it a little bit more. Because it's not just a bottle that I'm going to keep on a shelf and let dust happen to it. If I want to go down to a bonfire or something, I don't want to take one of my nicer bottles. Once this is empty, I'm going to reuse this. The sustainability behind that for the wilderness concept is there, and I do like that. You could easily throw this in the cab of your truck and really just not worry about it as much, I feel like. So with all that together, we're coming at about $80. Even if you want to say it's $40 whiskey, that's still $70, not a huge markup in things. Because I understand that this costs money, and you might be saying, Garrett, they don't have to include all the fiddly bits. That's part of marketing. Every bottle costs what it costs. And to engineer this stuff, it costs money. And I accept that. Now, when it's empty, am I going to spend another $90 on it? No. And I think that kind of takes us into who this is for. And it's going to be for a very select individual. Your whiskey aficionados probably stopped watching this video already because they've seen a lot of keywords here that they walked away from. Canadian whiskey, you lost some. 35% ABV, you lost some. Flavored, you lost some. And that's unfortunate because, as always, it doesn't matter what you drink or how you drink it, as long as you enjoy it. So, who I think this is for the intro to whiskey that has money to kind of spend, the mixologist, and the bottle collector. Those are probably going to be your three main people that are going to want this. Your intro to whiskey people want something friendly and exciting and tasty. That's who this is geared towards. And honestly, using the flask and you're out on a hike, you just want a quick sip of something sweet, this is good. I don't mind that at all. I think the idea behind that is great. If I'm going on a hike, I don't want a smoky scotch. I don't want High West bourbon. If I take a quick swig of that just for something sweet, kind of like a trail mix concept where you toss in some peanuts and some chocolate in there, that's kind of what this is geared towards, like trail mix on a bottle. And I think that's fine enough. And heck, as the mixologist, you can have a lot of fun with it, this as your base. The flavors here are really solid, and honestly, if this is on the back of your shelf, you sell it at $6-7 a pour, you express an orange peel and throw it in there, you have a mixed drink in a bottle without much complaints, in my opinion. And then your bottle collector, because this is such a unique bottle itself that it sells itself. And I'll give them credit for that because they really did engineer something here to be totally unique and stand out very differently compared to everything else on the market. So yeah, again, I don't think it's bad by all means. I think it's pretty darn tasty. Just it's going to be for a very select market. So yeah, there you have it. Whiskey in the Wild, Touch of Orange. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits I should go looking for, also let me know down below. I love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experiences at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, and I really like it might